Good morning to our viewers. It's another edition of Bystanders at the Newsstand TV this lovely morning. 14th of August 2025. Bystanders edition on Flip TV. 14th of August 2025. My name is Sonny Rashid. Your anchor man here. Sonny Rashid is my name. Our viewers, we thank you for standing by us, for dropping your comments, liking this program, and also sharing to others. God bless you abundantly in Jesus' name. As we proceed to another edition today, join us today again. Like, share, drop your comments. I have many reviewers here today, this morning. We're having a robust conversation this morning. Drop your comment, let us know your opinion. Miss Gladys Oyabo is here. Good morning, Miss Gladys Oyabo. How are you all doing? You are fine, thank you, ma'am. Kevin Omoregbe, good morning to you all from Italy. Good morning, Kevin Omoregbe. Good morning, dear anchorman and crew members. Miss Gladys Oyabo, good morning. Sam is saying good day, sir. Good day. Kevin Omoregbe, I love this your program so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We are glad you love it, and God bless you. Invite others. Tell a friend to tell a friend we are live again this lovely morning. 14th of August 2025. Another edition of Bystanders at the Newsstand. I have with me here the Punch newspaper and the Vanguard newspaper. Okay, let me start from the Punch newspaper this lovely morning. Obasanjo Library accuses EFCC of targeting ex-president, demands 3.5 billion naira damages. Obasanjo Library accuses EFCC of targeting ex-president, demands 3.5 billion naira damages. Tinubu orders FIRS Customs to review revenue deductions. Tinubu orders FIRS Customs to review revenue deductions. 2025 budget. Ministries in dilemma as accountant general suspends fund requests. 2025 budget. Ministries in dilemma as accountant general suspend fund requests. By elections. INEC deploys 7,726 BVAS machines in Edo, Anambra, and 10 other states. 2027 presidency. PDP unveils zooming panel, dispels Jonathan Obi talks. PDP eyes new aspirants. APC mocks opposition, predicts defeat for 2027 candidates. Fuel distribution controversy. Dangote restores marketers amid mounting pressure. Pilot split over Kwamwan's aviation ambassadorship. He has been appointed. He has been given an appointment. Pilot split over Kwamwan's aviation ambassadorship. Mahmouda terror group leader captured in Niger moved to Abuja. Mahmouda terror group leader captured in Niger moved to Abuja. We must appreciate our military department. This is a very good job. Reforms. Federal government targets 7% economic growth rate by 2027. Reforms. Federal government targets 7% economic growth rate by 2027. Tinubu departs Abuja on 2-nation visit. UK to deport foreign criminals immediately after sentencing. Kwam 1, Comfort Bob, lawyers aviation experts blast federal government. Say due process not followed in resolving incidents. Accuse Kayamo of interference with NCAA affairs. Comfort Bob freed. Kwam 1's ban cut to 1 month. Asks Ibom Air to withdraw case against her. Life no fly ban lifted. Directs NCAA to withdraw criminal case against Kwam 1. Regulatory agency to release licenses of value jet pilots after 1 month. You can see the pictures here. This Kwam 1, Festus Kayamo, aviation minister, and the female passenger that was assaulted, Comfort Bob. FEC orders ministers to forward list of projects to BPP for scrutiny. Federal government declares 7 years moratorium on new universities, polytechnics, COEs. Invasion. Obasanjo liable to sue EFCC, demands 3.5 billion naira compensation. Drug war. Why federal government will continue to strengthen NDLEA, that's NCAAGF. These are all on the front pages of Vanguard newspaper this lovely morning. I've read the Punch newspaper. I've also read the Vanguard newspaper. Now we are going into the main conversation, the main business. Our viewers, as you are joining us this lovely morning, drop your comments, like this program, share to others. My name is Sonny Rashid this lovely morning. I'm the anchor man here on FIP TV. Let me bring in my first reviewer, Pastor Mr. Matthew, the well-respected man here in Hogba. Good morning, Pastor Matthew.
Good morning, thank you for having me.
It's a lovely day on FIP TV this lovely morning, 14th of August 2025. Let's start from here. PDP unveils zooming panel, dispels Jonathan Obi talks. PDP unveils zooming panel, dispels Jonathan Obi talks. PDP eyes new aspirants. APC mocks opposition, predicts defeat for 2027 candidates. What do you have to say about this?
I must say that PDP is under serious threats.
PDP?
Yes, because from all indication, Makinde may emerge PDP flag bearer for 2027. And we all know the role Makinde played in the 2023 presidential election. Of course, Makinde is an ally of the FCT minister. Just as have the likes of Ugwain, of Aviation, is of Enugu State, and of course the former governor of Benue State, Samad Autumn, they all fall in that category. So those 4 PDP governors who were like dissidents against their party then, who followed Wike, they are those ones that of course destroy PDP. So the way it is, from that story, Makinde is likely going to emerge the candidate of the party.
Makinde?
Yes, for 2027.
Does he have the ability?
You know about what the ability, what the intention is, so that the party will not have any other candidate that will challenge the president. Because if they eventually give it to an ally of Wike, the whole essence is to make sure that PDP do not have a strong candidate that will challenge the president. And if they succeed in taking over Labour Party, the same thing they want to do. Are you not even surprised that currently ADC is having another bigger problem?
ADC?
Yes. Because we now have a group of people that call themselves unresigned. People that did not resign. ESCO of the party. Who are now laying claim to the leadership of the party, who are calling David Mark and co impostors. So the way it is, their intention is to take over the leadership of all the political parties, then impose their stooge as candidates, so that when it comes to the election of 2027, it will just be a walkover for the president. Was it not even surprising when the Senate president made it very clear that for 2027 that the president will stand as a sole candidate? What does that mean? It tells that the man is not going to have any opposition. Nobody will contest against him. in a democracy, in an election where you have multiple party system, the Senate president will be saying that the president will stand as a sole candidate. It will tell you that they already know the game they are playing. They already know what they are doing on the ground. But the point is, we are destroying democracy. Because the beauty of democracy is the availability of option. And when there is no opposition, power they say corrupt, absolute power corrupts absolutely. Because if there is no opposition, the government of the day will not respect anybody. They will not respect even the tenets of democracy. They will do things with impunity. But if they have a viable opposition, it will put the government on their toe. But they know that if they didn't get it right, the people have an alternative which they can only fall back to in the next round of election. So I must say that the opposition, otherwise we are going to see a 2027 that will not have any serious candidates to contest with Tinubu. Because if you look at what this place is saying, he say PDP unveils zoning panel disperse Jonathan Obi's talks, meaning they are saying Obi and Obi and Jonathan, the much talk about their return to PDP, that PDP is not, as a party, as a body, is not likely going to bring them in. Because I've read this story. What they're saying is that those people who are saying Obi will come back, saying Jonathan will come back, that it is individual, not the position of the party. So, because currently as we speak, the leadership of the party is at the whims and caprices of the SCT minister.
SCT minister?
Yes,
okay.
Damagu is one that controls, Wike is one that controls Damagu. Damagu is loyal to Wike. So if they go and do this convention now, because they want to do convention to have a substantive national chairman, if they go and do it, I understand that they will be doing it in Oyo. If they go and do it and a Wike's ally becomes authentic, or rather the substantive chairman, it means PDP is dead and buried. Because Wike will be the one that will determine who becomes the candidate of the party. And Wike have made it very clear that for 2027 he's going to work for his principal, talking about Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu. So it means PDP is dead and buried. It's unfortunate. And I don't think this is a democracy we hope to bequeath to our children. Because definitely, like I said earlier on, the beauty of democracy is the availability of option, choice by the people. But when you make it like a sole candidate, I mean this president, you are destroying democracy. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, can you talk by saying fine morning to you, Rashid, Pastor Matthew, and everyone around?
Thank you very much.
Good morning, Kunjo Oba. Okay, let me take you on this. Kwam 1. Comfort Bob, lawyers, aviation experts blast federal government. Say due process not followed in resolving incident. Accuse Keyamo of interference with NCAA affairs. Comfort Bob freed. Kwam 1's ban gone to 1 month. Ask Ibom Air to withdraw case against her. Life no fly ban lifted. Directs NCAA to withdraw criminal case against Kwam 1. Regulatory agency to release license of value jet pilot after 1 month. There's this place I want to take you to as well. Okay. Pilot split over Kwam 1's aviation ambassadorship.
But I will tell you that it's quite unfortunate. You know, the other day I talk about building a strong men and building strong institutions. That is what we are seeing here. Because we are talking about, it's quite unfortunate, an individual that have direct link with the president. The reason they drop charges against the Ibom girl is because of the shout on social media that it is double standard. As if that is not enough, they want to even make one ambassador.
There's even been media.
So it is embarrassing. Because for me, if that is what they wanted to achieve, there are other music personalities that even have influence more than Kwam 1 that they can enlist to play that role. Because the way it is, you are already telling the international world who you are. Ordinarily, they wouldn't have dropped the charges against that girl. But because of the criticism that trailed it, didn't you see what came from Falana? The federal government have lost every moral right to prosecute any offender in that circumstance. Because somebody did it. Because of his close relationship with the president, you gave him a slap on the wrist and had to go. Even the initial ban of 6 months, you are reducing it to 1 month. Maybe Ekamu is afraid because his job may be threatened. Because who knows whether a call from Kwanwan could see him losing his job. It's quite unfortunate that this is where we are, because in a civilized society where there is rule of law, where everybody there's justice, equity, and fair play, it is irrespective of who you are. If you offend the law, you go in for it. Donald Trump, as a former president of the United States of America before he won his election the second time, he was under prosecution. They took his thumbprint like someone that is facing prosecution. That is a system where the justice system works. In Nigeria, it's quite unfortunate because we thought that we were already evolving. I haven't seen the era of the strongman of Ibadan politics, the era of Saraki of Kwara and all of that, the era of Tony Anene, the Almighty Tony Anene, Mr. Fisit. We thought we have gone past all those levels. It means we are just starting.
We're just starting.
Now, don't you see what happened with the EFCC? They only go after internet fraudsters. But don't get it twisted. I'm not saying it's good to go into internet fraudster. But what I'm saying is they only go after internet fraudsters. Only go against those who mutilate Lyra. But currently, we are equally seeing them going against those who seek to challenge APC under ADC, like the likes of Makinde, the former governor of Imo State, the likes of Tambua, the former governor of Sokoto State, even David Mark, the current international chairman who doubled as a former Senate president. So if you should be able to know why ESC is knocking at the door of someone, perhaps because of political affiliation, then it means the anti-graft is biased. They are not doing the right thing. Because they should be in such a way that it doesn't matter who else is God. If you are perceived to be corrupt, you should be investigated and should be prosecuted, and the court should be allowed to give judgment. But that is not what we are seeing here. It's very unfortunate because if we are not taking the little value that remains in our system will be eroded. And it's unfortunate.
Okay, can you start by saying I can see Mr. Lilwan at the back getting ready for today's gospel of truth. Yes. Kevin Omogogbe, where is my brother Edo Nubi Lagos? He has not been here. He's coming from Ogun State. So whenever he's here, he will come here. He has not been around now. Let me take you on this. Viewers, if you are watching, click on that like button. Click on the like button as you are watching now. Drop your comments.
In that hotel, even if you are doing your investigation, nothing stops you from going to people in their houses, because one, that facility is into business. What they have done have threatened the financial viability of that facility. You are going forward, people may not have the confidence to go there for events, but they will fear that if they go, ESC may invade the premises, and of course, you know what happens after. If you have people who are investigating, you have their information, you know their houses, you know every information about it, you have your database. Why don't you go and arrest them one after the other? Why invading a hotel at the middle of the night where people, and I understand that those people who organize the event actually put police on notice. They have police cover.
Yes.
So why will ESC go there to invade the premises and disrupt the activity, disrupt the, of course, is affecting the finance of the facility. So for me, I think because the facility have already written EFCC threatening to sue them, and they're making a demand of about is it 3 billion. I think EFC must learn how to be professional in their conduct. This is not the first time we are seeing this. The other time we saw a woman that raised alarm, how they broke into the apartment, destroyed the door. We saw the zealously with which they arrested the former governor of Imo State. We're talking about Rogers Okorocha the other time. So I think they can do better. They should look at how best is done in other parts of the world, not this Gestapo style, not this because at the end of the day, the ultimate thing is to secure conviction. If after all they do arrest people, they know they are not able to secure conviction, it means their aim is not even to prosecute. It means their aim is just to intimidate and harass people, and I don't think that is the essence of the establishment of the EFCC.
Okay, this should be a good news to all Nigerians, especially to the north. Mahmouda terror group leader captured in Niger. He has been moved to Abuja.
It's not just to the north, it's to everybody. It's to everybody because the activities of the terror group is not restricted to the north. What we here happen in the north is already here with us. Talking about banditry. Because if it's not quickly addressed, it's not a matter of time, it will come to the southern part of the country. Yesterday I was of the view that the north should start educating their children so that they will not be vulnerable to be radicalized and be recruited into banditry, into terrorist organizations. Because after the governor of Zamfara State made it clear that those bandits are people from his state, you need to wonder, they are not foreigners. So it means the government can do better. It means the government, the leaders of the north can educate these children, give them a good education that will take them away from being recruited into all these banditry and terrorist organizations. I said yesterday that the newly born child, the brain is empty. The brain is at a tabula rasa according to psychology. The caretaker will decide what to write in that brain. By the time you refuse to write the norms of the society, the acceptable way of life of the society into that child, you are leaving that child to grow in the wild. Definitely bandits, Boko Haram, ISWAP, Tojibelu, Ada Aleru, and the likes will take that child and write their own value system in the child. At the end of the day, the child will bear fruit, and the fruit will be evil, and the consequence will be what we are witnessing. That is the same reason the northern leaders hate the lives of Emir of Kano, the former governor of CBN, talking about Sanusi, because he always tells the north, educate the child, the northern child. I was even surprised when northern leaders started blaming federal government recently on the out-of-school children in the north. You begin to ask, why are we not seeing out-of-school children in the south? Because if you look at universal basic education, he put the responsibility of training the Nigerian child under the three tiers of government: the federal, the state, and local government. However, what we hope from federal government to do is the policy direction and the funding that they are doing for both the southern part of the country and the northern part of the country. But in the north, they will not find it convenient to enforce and ensure that their children go to school. Jonathan was busy building an emergency school here and there in the north, because their problem is just to get Islamic knowledge.
But where is the emergency school now?
They jettison it. If they have followed through, by now you would have seen that the out-of-school children in the north would have dropped significantly. Nobody is saying they should not acquire Islamic knowledge, but still integrate Western education into it, so that you can build human capital, so that you can be employable in the labor market to add value to the economy. Because all their focus is just to get Islamic knowledge, and it ends there. At the end of the day, they are a problem for everybody. It's quite unfortunate, if I'm going to tell you.
Okay, let me take you on this as well. Federal government set to begin forest guards recruitment. Federal government set to begin forest guards recruitment. That's NCA. Pastor,
I don't know why they are delaying
join them, because
God forbid, why will I join them?
It's for our country now, for the betterment of Nigeria.
How will I go and join forest guards? What is mean of that?
I go say God forbid say no one join.
How will I go and join forest guards?
You're a man of God.
Then I should go and join forest
And you love Nigeria. You know,
wait, no, wait.
No, I'm coming.
Wait. So I should go and join forest guards.
No, I'm just I mean, maybe
No.
Maybe you can give it a consideration.
No, God forbid.
Someone like me I cannot join because
I can't join.
I'm coming. Whenever slots come up for CBN, they don't go invite me. NLPC, when the slot comes out, you not sit on the paper. Now for the forest guard, they cannot call me because I don't even believe in one Nigeria. People like you that you're a man of God, they can. I'm just
God
saying.
forbid. The point is, the forest guard thing. No, generally speaking, the locals are better positioned to address insecurity. One, they know the terrain better. All kind is local. They have actionable intelligence that will pay off to nip crime in the mud. But in most cases, they don't have confidence in the police, in the security agencies to give them such information. But if they integrate the locals and even the traditional rulers who have more authority over the people, it becomes easier for such information to be divulged to the traditional rulers who can in turn relate with the security agencies for efficient management of security situations in the localities. But holistically speaking, the forest guard is not a bad idea. Because federal government have already directed states to recruit between 2,000 and 4,000 personnel, depending on their financial capacity to pay. It is even surprising that the federal government, the state governments are for dragging, because by now we thought that by now they would have been through with the issue of recruitment. But let me say that it should not just start and end with the recruitment. We must see the funding. We must see the arming of those forest guards. Because that was what was lacking under Muhammadu Buhari. When they said that, like in the southwestern part of the country, they already have Amateku created by the state houses of out-of-state houses of assembly in all the southwestern forests, with the exception of Lagos State or so. But the problem is that they could not be armed, because for you to buy arm and deploy arm like AK-47, AK-49, you need an end user certificate that comes from the Office of the National Security Advisor, and that they could not get under Muhammadu Buhari. But I hope and believe that now that we have a Tinubu in the saddle, that the story is going to be different. That by the time we have forest guards, that they will allow them to be armed, because if they don't be armed, the whole essence of the recruitment, deployment of personnel, spending money will be defeated. Because the people you want to fight are bearing AK-47. They are bearing sophisticated weapons. We can clearly see videos that make around where you see them bearing chain bullets, and they have no value for human life. That is why I'm even telling federal government, do not negotiate with Toji Bello. Make sure you neutralize him in the battlefield, or arrest him and prosecute him to act as a deterrent to others. As a government, Nigerian government have no excuse. You must possess monopoly of currency power to police every inch of Nigerian territorial integrity. That is what you do as a government, because life is sacrosanct as far as I'm concerned. And Nigerian government owes it a duty to protect lives and property. Because Section 14, subsection 2B of 1999 Constitution is very clear that the security of the people and their welfare shall be the primary purpose of governance. So if the government is failing in the cardinal area, it's a monumental one. I want to believe that the government know, because that is why I'm even saying that the governors should be allowed to parade on security of power by reworking the constitution. Because you cannot just go by the name of the governor and the secretary officer of a state without commanding a fly. So, politically speaking, and saying the forest guard is not a bad idea.
Okay, let me take you on this. It's not on the newspaper here. It's on Daily Post. Daily Post newspaper. You can check here. Jonathan cannot defeat Tinubu in 2027 election. That's Buala.
Buala is Buhari and Tinubu's spokesman. Buala is going for stomach infrastructure. Buala was the spokesman of Atiku in the 2023 election. Atiku lost to Tinubu. He rushed to go and collect appointment from Tinubu. So does that person have credibility? He's going for stomach infrastructure. Like the likes of Reno Moki, who criticized Tinubu, called him a matter of unprintable name at Chatham House in London, only for him to start licking his feet. those people have no integrity. Voila, as far as I'm concerned, is only doing the bidding of his master. It is perception anyway. He has his freedom of speech, but his perception may not be right. It doesn't even concern me who wins the election. Let the election be free, fair, and credible. That's what I want. If that happens, whoever wins the election, it means that the government, the people want. So, whether Jonathan, whether Jonathan, Tinubu, and Obi, and Atiku, they should all ensure that National Assembly amend the Electoral Act in such a way that we can have free, fair, and credible election. If that happens and a Tinubu win, I don't have issue with that. If that happens and Obi win, I don't have issue with that. If that happens and a Jonathan win, I don't have issue with that. Though I will not say an article because I believe in certain candidates for 2027. So I don't believe in what Bola is saying.
Aburi to INEC. Exclude Labour Party from by-elections, risk cancellation.
Aburi cannot even lay claim to chairmanship of Labour Party because the court before now asked him to stop parading himself as the chairman of the party. So the way it is, that's why I tell you that if guy is not taken, the ruling party will destroy PDP. They will destroy Labour Party. They already, yes now.
They will destroy the parties.
Yes now. That is what they are doing now. They already even trying to destroy ADC. You know the implication? As APC, as Labour Party is now, if Labour Party give Obi tickets under Aburi and Obi become the president-elect, maybe INEC declaring winner, there's a possibility that Tinubu will go to court or APC will go to court and the court will say that Aburi-led ESCO is not the authentic ESCO as such that Obi should lose the position and maybe the person that came second in the election takes the position. That is exactly what happened in Zamfara State. In a situation where APC governor already won the election, declared governor-elect, yet to be sworn in. The PDP went to court and court said that the faction of APC ESCO that gave the man tickets was not the right fashion. As such, that PDP should take over the position. So that is why Labour Party must deal with all litigation, all legal issues before 2027 will set in proper. The same thing the PDP is having their own problem. ADC currently, somebody else is laying claim to the chairmanship. So you see that if guys not taken, the ruling party will destroy PDP, destroy ADC, and even destroy Labour Party.
By elections, INEC deployed 7,726 DVAs machines in Edo, Anambra, and 10 other states.
I am not moved by that.
You are not moved?
I am not moved.
It's a good news.
INEC have no credibility.
INEC?
Yes. I've been saying often and often that INEC is not responsible enough to parade discretionary power, the liberty of how to determine the mode of transmission of election results. Even if they go ahead to transmit election results electronically for the purpose of these all-circle elections, these by-elections, I'm not moved. Because when it comes to election proper, I'm talking about 2027, they would equally resort to this, their gimmick they played in 2023. Except otherwise, we have a review of the electoral act that compels them that it must transmit the election result electronically. I'm not moved. I don't have no credibility as far as I'm concerned.
I am Tunde Okafo saying good morning to all fans of Flip TV.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
Sir. If you are watching now, click on the like button, share, drop your comment as well. Let us know your opinion this lovely morning. 2025 budget. Ministry is in dilemma as Accountant General suspends fund request.
Will that solve the problem of Nigeria? You see, in this part of the world, when last did you hear budget party? It's a long time. Does it mean budget party is not existing? It's existing. When last did you hear ESC arresting any government official? Does it mean they are not investing money? They are investing. When last did you hear ESC arresting any former governor? Does it mean former governors are not corrupt? They are corrupt. Because we have a compromised anti-graft agency. Needless even mentioning ICPC because we were not hearing about them even before. So I'm not moved by that. As far as I'm concerned, Nigeria is gone.
Nigeria is gone.
Yes.
How?
Because once you're elected into elected position, you are like someone who have been recruited, or rather who have been enlisted into the occults of Nigerian political system. At the end of the day, you just follow them to do what they're doing. So the afterward, it looks as if all is normal. But in the real sense of it, high level corruption is taking place going on in Nigeria.
In this Nigeria?
Yes.
Okay. Tinubu depart Abuja on 2-nation visit. Tinubu depart Abuja on 2-nation visit.
His presence does not make any difference. Absence does not make any difference. I know that does not move me.
This one doesn't move me.
His presence does not make any difference.
His presence.
See security everywhere. See economy of the country the way it is. Even all the places you have gone to where you tell us that I want to go and woo investors. Are we seeing investors? Let us stay at home and address insecurity. The chairman of Mietiala is in custody, accused of banditry. Let us see them like the leader of Mahmuda, that is arrested. Let us see Tojibelo arrested. Let us see Ada Aleru arrested. Let us see the clear submission for them. Let all move on. He can be investigated, but why I'm not mentioning Sheikh Gumi because he have not been indicted by any panel or whatever. But he can investigate, and if I'm wanting, we should go in for it.
Okay, I shall let you go now. Thank you, Mr. Pastor Matthew. Pastor Matthew.
How many minutes? Good morning. I'm looking at you. Thanks for being here this lovely time. Like I've always maintained, this place is my home. I'll always be here. Anytime I'm around this particular part of Nigeria. Thank you so much for the good job, Mr. Rashid, all of our viewers. God bless you. Thank you for always watching, for always liking, for always commenting. We are here because of you, for the latest information that has happened, that's happening. And again, we can even critique towards the future in Nigeria. But before I start anything, I've always been, I remember I had to it out Mr. Matthew when they spoke about this one forest guard or something like that. Anytime that a good appointment comes in, for example, if there's a vacancy in CBN, you hardly see that on the newspaper. And even though if you are going to see it, people don't already collect the job. If there's a vacancy for NMPC, you no go see them. FIROS, you no go see them. You be poor man picking. Army, police, forest guard. They're going to report that to you. But then, it's what it is. But let me start like this. Even on my personal channel and everywhere, I've always been criticized for not believing in one Nigeria. I have to start like this, with historical facts again, like I always do every morning. Do you know that in Nigeria, between 1983 and 1985, a Nigerian man, Peter Onu, was the substantive OAU. OAU simply means the Organization of African Unity. Now it has now been modernized to just African Union. The man, Peter Onu, was the substantive Secretary General. Now, 1985, let us elect this man as fully Secretary General. Many, I'm talking about statesmen across Africa, they were rooting for him. People like Julius Nyerere, I'm reading history here this time around. They were rooting for Peter Onu, but one man was against him. Only one man was against this man. Peter Nyerere was the former president of Tanzania. He was rooting for Peter Onu, a Nigerian man. Only one man was against him. Do you know the man? Who was against the Nigerian candidate? He was one President Muhammadu Buhari. He was against a Nigerian man. Do you know who he voted for? Ide. That was his name. He voted for Mr. Ude Umaru from Niger Republic, a fellow Fulani man. This, as I'm talking, Google it. We are here to give you latest information, historical facts and evidences. As at 1980, they never born me, I know my age now. As at 1985, Muhammadu Buhari left his own fellow Nigerian, an Igbo man, Mr. Peter Onu, to vote for Ide Umaru of Niger, his fellow Fulani man, for the position of Secretary General of Oriental African Unity, OAU then, and that become AU. So when you have these facts and you have this history at the back of your mind, you wake up and think, I am a Yoruba man first before any other thing. In Nigeria, let's continue.
Okay, let's start from here. Obasanjo Library accuses EFCC of targeting ex-president. Demands 3.5 billion naira damages.
No, the problem is just that our nation is a nation that is not ruled by law. Anything goes. And like I said, if things like this can happen to Obasanjo, what is the hope of me and you who are just on the street? The EFCC, their oga said, if I don't persecute Iyabelu, I will resign. And your guy is supposed to be a pastor. And I've always said, politics in Nigeria have really exposed a lot of people. Whether you're a pastor, you're anybody, any name you call yourself, whether you're a far anything, once you attain some position in this country, you're exposed. Now, I read the news now, they went about just library and they said, other very, very big library, so there are other halls there. They were saying that probably some, quote unquote, some Yahoo boys are in that library now. And look at what they did. Now, Obasanjo has a right to ask for the compensation. But even as a former military head of state, a former civilian head of state, will he be compensated? The answer is likely no. That is the problem. So and now you are wondering how they bought to, because I've worked at the club before. So this even police, they just come, they raid and everything. So if you are wondering why these things are happening, it's because our law is weak. There must be due diligence. Then you arrest them, charge them to court. But in Nigeria, you arrest them first before you start investigating. That you do your investigation. Look at house pumping now. I read how the Dubai sting operation, how they were tracking. Even it was on the video. How they start tracking house pumping. He didn't know WhatsApp and everything. They made sure they had all the facts before they arrested him. Now he's in detention. He must be in Nigeria. This man will not be in detention because before you arrested him, the facts may not be enough. Then in your laws there will be loopholes. That loopholes is what he's going to use, and then he's going to be free. So these are the problems. Let our law, I've always said it, the rule of law is the greatest asset of any nation. I give an example of Lee Kuan Yew of Singapore. I said in China, if you steal money, I've always said it here, you steal money, how they will in different part of the world, but here in Nigeria, look at what happens when you have embezzled or when you have lived a life of corruption. You are likely to walk free. So look at it side by side, and then you ask yourself this question: many innocent people are in detention, and I think that some lawyers are now going to that cell to start asking questions. A man was sentenced to death in this country Mr. Olusegun, was 17-year-old then. He was sentenced to death for stealing a fowl. It was last year when the governor of Osun State had to look into that case and release him. He was sentenced to death for stealing a fowl. Somebody, according to the FCC, he stole 80 billion. Even the president of Nigeria was greeting him happy birthday. So these are the problems. You see, the thing here is, like I've always said, some of us, we are not emotional. I don't know. We tell you the way it is or what you can see. Yesterday, we were here when Shetima was saying that investors should come in.
Yes.
Which investor will come into a nation where somebody did something almost like a terrorist act? K1. Now, he had endorsement from the government. Have you seen the role that they gave him now?
Yes.
They are giving him the role now.
Pilot split over Kwamzwan's aviation ambassadorship.
Good morning, Mr. Olajide. That is the problem. And this is a very, very big problem in your country. Let me allow Mr. Olajide. Mr. Olajide, come. Let me allow him out.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Olajide.
Good morning, Mr. Rashid. You are most welcome to Flip TV platform. You are doing a good job. Keep it up. And I'm saying good morning to our global viewers all over the world on Flip TV, the pioneer station.
Pioneer station.
Yes, that brought street journalism, gave people on the street. Yes, I must give it to you. I've interviewed about more of four maybe the fifth anchorman that have interviewed on this platform. I must recognize what this station is all about. No, I can name them. I don't want to name them. That have gone through their interview and courage on this program. So I must give it to them that the pioneer of street journalism, they come to the streets, ask them to come and talk on issues of the nation, personal issues, state issues, societal issues, many, and they bring at the forefront before others take a cue behind them and not going along line with them. So I must recognize your role, your importance of what you have done for the street journalism. So I'm saying, Flip TV, keep up doing the good work. And I'm saying, thank you to the management that sustain it. They didn't just start it, they still sustain it in present now. So then, our global viewers all over the world, Dr. Ukwoji, Kinjo, T Billions, and the rest, may God bless you, sir, wherever all of you are. And as you have been appreciating us, we are also here to keep the flame being burning, not to give up on our nation, not to stop talking to our leaders until they change and begin to do things.
Do you think our leaders are listening to us?
Yeah, they are listening to us. And they are watching us all over the world. So they are watching Nigeria. Somebody during the tenure of last command, Mr. Ariman, he read comment from somebody viewing from Aso Rock. So if somebody could view Aso Rock, it's not only him. It's because they know this thing they are watching. They know. And the good one that passes on to the government with power, you may not know. Because they know we are talking to the government, the truth of what has happened. So it's in this light I'm saying good morning to all our viewers all over the world. They are most welcome. I remember my humble self, Mr. O.J. Olajide, your global analyst on this platform. They are most welcome.
Okay, viewers, if you are watching now, click on the like button, drop your comments. If you are not dropping comments, drop your comments.
Yes.
Let us know what is on your mind.
Okay.
Mr. Olajide is here this morning.
Okay.
Let's start with Mr. Olajide.
Okay.
Obasanjo Library accuses EFCC of targeting ex-president. Demands 3.5 billion damages.
Obasanjo need not to fear. Does he have this kind in his cupboard? Does he have any this kind in his cupboard? If he does not have this kind in his cupboard, why must he be afraid of? Afraid of what? It was not him that created EFCC. So he created EFCC to do something now. Who created EFCC? Was not Obasanjo government that created this? And why is he afraid of EFCC? If he does not have any security in his cupboard, he has nothing to fear. But he has security in his cupboard, then he should be ready to explain himself. Simple. So what's the appeal of agency for? He has the right to go and contest whatever agency bring up against him in the court of law. The EFCC was your own creation to fight financial crime, economic and financial crime. Is that not? Is that what it's meant for? Yes. If they're not accusing you of anything, it's just a matter of going to the court and clear your name. Why are you afraid of? Can you just come and approach me? For what? What would they accuse me for? Am I stealing Nigerian money? Am I just one Nigerian position that I've stolen Nigerian money? I'm not now. Ben was once a national leader, national president of our country. So he need not to be afraid of anything. If they accuse him of anything, if they suspect him of anything, it's to rise up and defend his name, not to be saying this, that. So, and if he has anything against the FCC, let him take them to court and prove his case against the FCC in the court of law. We should be running a civilized state, not run based on sentiment, and insinuations, falsehood. Let it be so. So let him not be afraid of anything. He should not be afraid. Yeah, it should be bold enough to come up and clear his name, or face his, or defend his name, defend or clear his name in the court of law. And if he has any infringement, if he think he has committed any infringement against him, let him go to the court and sue them and see damage against them. That's how a civilized state is run.
Okay, let me take you on this, Mr. Ladi. PDP unveils zoning panel, dispels Jonathan Obi talks. PDP eyes new aspirants. APC mocks opposition, predicts defeat for 2027 candidates.
Yes.
What's your take on that?
PDP needs to rebuild this party. Remember, when Sheriff was the chairman of PDP, when he took me to go and rebuild the party for me, they rebuilt the party. Wike, and some people that were led the PDP that time, they rebuilt the party. The party becomes strong again. That was what made Atiku to come back and come and contest on the platform of PDP 2020 election. So they rebuilt the party back to normal, to family size, so that it's allowed the party to come back and contest 2020 election. They want many governor seats, many state House Assembly, many federal Senate central seats, House of seats. So they beat the party. They didn't give up on the party. So the same thing should apply now. They should also build the party again, rebuild the party as well, bring more aspirants, bring fresh blood, bring new more Nigerians into the party and rebuild this. There's many Nigerians outside the air that's ready to come and join the party. Invite many new aspirants, invite new members to join the party and rebuild the party. Bring it up to a standard form that can contest the election and win more seats. It's a family party. It's a family party. So that's what they're supposed to do. Inject more fresh blood to the system, to the party. Build it up again. Bring more aspirants, bring new members, bring new structures. The party. That party be filled with more life, new flesh, new blood, new ideas, new knowledge, new understanding, new innovations, new technology, new ways of doing things. And rebuild the party to stand up, whereby the party will be formally enough to contact election and win more seats. Who will tell them that the party finished? Who are the people saying the party finished?
The people said it's dead.
That's their opinion. With what APC is subjecting Nigerians into, who is saying that people can also come up and win surprises? Provided the electoral system will allow our vote to count. That's another factor. So they still have ample opportunity to come back and rebuild their name, rebuild their brand, rebuild them, and I'm telling you, they can still put surprises. Provided the electoral system will allow us to have the result of our votes. That's it.
Mahmouda terror group. Their leader has been captured in Niger and moved to Abuja.
It's a good development. If the leaders of this terrorist group, all this group that constitute inspiration to our nation, if their leadership can be captured and tried and completed, it will be a good development. The moment their leader is captured, their followers know that their own day too are numbered. If your leader is captured, it shows that you, the followers, who are constitutional citizens unto us, your own days too are numbered. Yes, that is. So it's a good development for the security agents of Nigeria that, look, those leadership of those terror groups, those security nuisance, what see, even the so-called unwillingness of that lady, the service is concerning. That lady did not test the life of passengers in the aircraft. The passenger has come to a ground. So it's not showing.